back in Romans 14, again down in verse 22, he starts out by saying some things are wrong because of conscience for you. Then he says, hast thou faith, in verse 22? Have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that condemns not himself of the thing that he allows. And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith, for whatever is not of faith is sin. Do not destroy the work of God for the sake of food. If eating or drinking something will stumble another brother, then we're not free to do so. Even if we have the personal liberty, we don't have the liberty to stumble or offend or weaken another brother. He said all things indeed are pure. Paul will concede the point that there's nothing impure in the food itself. But likewise, he insists that there's nothing pure in causing a brother to fall or stumble or go down against his conscience. By the way, some have used this, all things are pure, to excuse behavior that's clearly not pure. Context shows us what he's talking about. You can't use this to excuse immorality or hatred or lying or cursing or harming people. That's not pure. But you know that. He also says, don't do anything by which your brother stumbles or is offended or is made weak. We shouldn't think that Paul would permit this kind of heart to cater to someone's legalism. Paul speaks about the stumbling of a sincere heart, not catering to the whims of someone else's dictates and rules and legalism. When some Christians from a Jewish background were offended that the Gentile believers weren't circumcised, Paul didn't cater to their legalistic demands for a minute. Ask the Father to give you the heart of the Son. Live to lead others into a relationship that honors God. Have the mind of Christ, the servant mind, the other-centered heart of Jesus Christ. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.